This activity is a fitness amazing race, and this is a fitness activity. For this game, you'll need a indoor playing area and set up a rectangle running area, such as this, which will take up most of the playing area. But you also need to set up an exercise zone where the students will complete the required exercises. For this activity, you'll need the Fitness Amazing Race pack, which is part of the PhysEdToolbox, because you'll need the resources inside it. So firstly, you'll need the home mat, which will look like this, and they'll place it at the start of the playing area. This can be placed on the ground or on a table. A table works really well because then you can put the other resources on as well. At the home mat, you'll need the route cards. So they're the blue cards, and they'll tell the students where they need to go. So as you can see here, this one says you're off to Australia, and says what they need to do. All right, you will need 11 of these per group. So you can print out 11 different sets and have them all laminated and hand them out to the students, or you could just get the students to hand them back once they've read it, and then hand it to the next group and have all the different students go to different flags to start with. But that's up to you. Once they're on the first mat, you need to get the flag mats or the country mats, which it looks like this, and they'll be spread around like this. They don't have to be in this order, but this is the order that I'll put them in. You can place it in any order you want. And then on each flag, you need to put a mixture of the detour and the roadblock card. So these are the tasks the students need to do. For the detour, they can choose between two activities. So they choose either to do glute holds for 30 seconds or 10 tuck jumps. For the roadblock activity, they must complete the activity that's on the card. So they get placed evenly around the maps. Now, you need one of these cards on each mat for the students, because the students will go to each mat once and they need to get one card from there. So you need to make sure that you have how many groups you have, the equal amount of cards per flag. Okay, they can complete a mixture of detour and roadblock, and it is just the luck of the draw. So they might complete more detours or more roadblocks depending on what they get. Try to mix them up on the mats, so don't have all detours on France, for example, and all detours on Australia. But you can set it up any way you want. But there needs to just be an even number of detour and roadblock cards per group on each mat. So they place on the mats where it says place cards here. What will happen then is the students will need to run around the playing area in a clockwise direction. Okay, so they always need to go clockwise. They can't run backwards to go to the exercise zone, etc. They must go in that way. Now, the students will be set up in the exercise zone, and one student at a time will come up to the mat. Okay, so you can start students off at different intervals, so every 30 seconds just to get them started is a good idea. So one student will be the runner and one student will be the exercise, and it will swap over. So one student will come up to the mat, just say these are the pair that start first. One member comes up to the home mat and they receive their route card. So they're off to Sweden, but their flight is 2 laps. So before they can go to the Sweden mat, they must run 2 laps of the playing area. So they get the route card, they read it, they go, yep, okay, I know where I'm going, and they'll run around the area. So they'll run around, that's 1, 2, yep, there's 2, and now they can go to the mat. So now they've gone to Sweden. Okay, they don't have to run there, and they might get tired later on, and they may walk. But the idea is you try to get around as quickly as possible. Once you're on the Sweden mat, you need to pick up the top card. Okay, they're not going through the cards, it's just luck of the draw. So they just pick up the card there and they run it back to the exercise zone. So they got the card, they run it back to the exercise zone. And then it comes here. Now the other person will do the activities. So they'll read the card, the other person will do the activities. As you just see there, they just did the activity. And now the students need to fill in their student passport. So each student group will have a passport. So it's group 1. It's Stephen and Johnny, and they went first, so they would add in their start time there. So the team that started, just say 20 seconds, 30 seconds afterwards, would start whatever's on your stopwatch when they start. Okay, they then need to fill it in. So they went to Sweden. Stephen was the flight member, so he was the one that ran the 2 laps to pick up the card. The activity completed was a roadblock, and it was 10 push-ups, and they completed 10 push-ups. Once it's been completed, they swap roles, and the next person will go to the home mat. Now there might be a line, but the next person needs to go up there and they need to wait their turn, and they'll receive their next card. But before that, we have a teacher recording sheet just to make sure that we don't send the groups to one mat twice, and you'll just cross off that Team Wizards Sweden, and then you'll give them the next card. And now they're off to Australia, and they'll need to run one lap around. Now for this game as well, you can put the fast forward card in, so they're the green cards in the pack, and you need to place maybe one or two somewhere around, and that means that they can skip one exercise. You might not want to put them in, but it adds a bit of intrigue and into the game, and helps groups maybe skip ahead that were a little bit behind if they get the fast forward card. And that's how you play the Fitness Amazing Race.